Hey everybody, Charles for HumbleMechanic.com. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the VanTrue OnDash R2 dash camera. So, I used to think that dash cams were kind of a stupid thing. Like, why do you need to record what you're seeing while you're driving? But the more I think about it, the better of an idea I really think it is. Not only have you guys probably seen some of the crazy things that people do on the road, and it would be great to not only capture that to put it on YouTube, but it's also great in the event of an accident. Then there's video evidence of what happened. I know in other countries, everyone has a dash cam and everyone records everything. Plus, I think it's going to make a really cool addition to the videos that I do while I'm driving. In the box of the R2, you get the camera with a suction cup mount. The suction cup mount's cool because it has a rotating dial that allows you to lock the suction cup to prevent it from falling off. Not only that, you get a really long 12-volt outlet plug, you get a USB plug, an HDMI cable, and a really great instruction manual. And like on most electronics, I highly recommend that you read the instruction booklet before you start using the product. Especially on this because you're going to be tempted to fiddle with the settings while you're driving, which is a big no-no. Obviously, you don't want to be messing around with this kind of stuff while you're in motion, so get the camera set up and then start driving. This camera has a ton of features. It has multiple recording modes, including Super HD, which will record at 15 frames per second, and Full HD, which is kind of the normal, that records at 30 frames per second. It also has a 2.7-inch LCD screen on the back so you can set the camera up and you can actually see what you're recording. You will need a micro SD card for this camera. It supports up to a 64 gigabyte micro SD card, which is what I have installed in this right now. It has a 170-degree wide view, and it has something really cool called park mode. If you set park mode on, when the camera doesn't record any movement in front of the camera, it shuts off. So let's say you're like me and you forget to turn it off. After 30 seconds, it'll power down itself, which is really great because then you're not going to have to worry about it either A, killing the battery of your car, or B, killing the battery of this, depending on whether your outlet in your car is powered with it on or with it off. The camera also has a built-in microphone, and you can even add GPS to this thing. This one doesn't have that added to it. Again, this is a pretty cool camera. It's small. There's a lot of really great options for recording. You can turn the microphone off if you want to. I love that it has a microphone. And it has an 18-month warranty, so if there's any problem, you can actually email. It gives you the guy's email address. His name is Joe, who's the guy that reached out to me. It's right here in the book. You can email Joe and he'll take care of it for you. Now, you again do need to provide your own micro SD card. Luckily, those things are pretty cheap now. And when it comes to SD cards, when you're recording HD video, you want to make sure you're buying the high-speed SD cards. Don't buy the cheapest one you can find. Go ahead and get the one that's a little bit more expensive so that it's fast enough to record in HD. And I will say that messing with the menu settings on the screen, using the buttons to change them, can be a little tricky. You know, after you do it once or twice, it's not that big of a deal. But on my initial setup, I did have to keep going back into the menu because I kept hitting the wrong button. Also, that was because I was doing it while it was mounted up on the windshield, which is, again, even more reason why you want to get it set up first and then stick it up on the windshield. And again, please don't mess with it while you're driving. All right, so we are recording. We're actually sitting in my driveway. I'm going to jump my seatbelt on. And we're going to go ahead and go on a test drive and just get an idea of, one, what the audio recording capability of this camera is. I don't expect it to be very high, but we're going to really look more to see what the video recording capability of it is, because basically that's what we're interested in when it comes to a dash cam. Again, it's right about 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. To give you an idea of where the sun is in the sky, it's December 4th or 5th or so we're not quite to winter yet. So I'm not sure what this actually is going to look like in the video that you guys are watching now. I'm watching the display. It's a rather small display, but I gotta say the clarity of the display is pretty good considering how small it is. You know, there's a whole lot of dash cams that don't even have a display on the back, so it's nice to be able to set the display and set the camera up in a way that you can see what you're pointing it at. You know, if I needed to shift it a little bit this way or that way, that's probably pointed about mid-hood on the Tiguan.
So for space relations and distance relations, this has the cruise set at 50 miles per hour, just to give you an idea of how fast I'm actually going as compared to how fast it looks like I'm going in the camera. And based on where the sun's at, I'm going to actually make a right turn at this stop sign so we can get an idea of what it looks like with the sun in our face. Ooh, that's awful. So now with the sun behind these houses where we're kind of in the shade, that should give us a pretty... You can see it's quite a bit darker than our last drive. I'll turn my lights on, and actually, I'll turn my lights off. This is the DRLs on the Tiguan, and let's go for a quick ride. Now that's a little bit darker out. I also didn't realize they're repaving this road right out of my neighborhood.
Overall, I think it's a great little camera. It's cool, it's small, it tucks almost all the way behind the rear view mirror of the Tiguan. But video quality is really the most important thing. You guys saw the video of while it was kind of light out, then you saw the video of while it was dark out, so we can compare the two. So right now, this camera is on Amazon for $129.99 with free shipping if you're a Prime member. So I got a link down in the video notes. I think for 130 bucks, it's not a bad deal. I love that it has the screen on the back so you can set your shot up. You can watch, you can make sure that what you're trying to record is recording. You can also play video back on it as well. I mentioned this would be a cool little camera to watch all the crazies and deal with accidents, but there's actually a ton more things you can do with it. This would be awesome for any kind of autocross or rally event. I think next time I go to a car show, I'm gonna stick this up in the window and let it record so you can kind of watch the car show from the point of view of the car, which I love that point of view. As well as working on cars. You can suction cup it and record, working on the engine compartment or whatever. So I think it's a very versatile camera. It's cool, it's small. It does have an HDMI out so you can plug it right into your TV. And I'm excited to add it to the fleet of cameras. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up there. If you have any questions or comments, please post it in the comments section below. Hey, if you like the video, throw it a thumbs up on YouTube. I always appreciate that. You can also subscribe here on YouTube or on the blog at humblemechanic.com. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the blog, obviously here on YouTube. All right, guys, thanks for watching the review of the OnDash R2 dash camera, and I will see you next time.